on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it third down.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Let's go. White.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Rams 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking middle, and that's complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On second down, Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the toss, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. They'll find Everett there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Gurley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
Here we go,
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Come on, let's go. 25, check 25. 65, 65.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano now to add the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Hey, Tuesday. 21.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a 1st. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A minute 55 left to go in the 1st half of play. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Samson Ebukam Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Rams have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards, the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the 4th down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Going deep for help. He's got a man. Complete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Get ready. Get ready. Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Here we go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Going deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. On first and goal, Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, Charlie!
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 13.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He finds Hopkins complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson there to make the grab, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now, Ryan. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. There's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, let's get this.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
21.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Check 4.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
21.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This to make it a 3-score game late. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
I know we don't like to admit it. We like to appear to be on top of every situation, but there's no way we expected that. They have the lead, and they pull the fake.
Well, I hit you on your leg under the table because I couldn't believe they were doing that. You're right, lead 4th quarter, but I guess they wanted a bigger cushion.
I guess so, but I guess maybe that is the beauty of it because there's no way they could expect it on the other side of the ball as well. They have the lead. They expect them to go ahead and kick it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now Garoppolo. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Ryan. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Garoppolo, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at Week 1, oh good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in Week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. We're going to work at their own 35-yard line.
interception. Are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
2 times.
Again they run with Gurley. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
11.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Los Angeles, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.